February the 26th, mosses and liverworts. Mosses are still catching the eye this month as more have now become a brighter green and some have started to produce their strange fruits. Bright winter light shines through and reflects off the often one-cell-thick leaves. They also often produce translucent green, orange and yellow colours. After a frost, they resuscitate amazingly quickly, looking just as fresh as before. There are bog, feather, thread, cushion and fork hair mosses, which can be hard for the amateur to differentiate. Mosses in London with distinctly curved tips are usually dicranum or dicranella species. Mosses found partially submerged in water, in boggy situations, are often sphagnum mosses. Cushion mosses mentioned last month, for example Bryum species, Grimmia species and Tortula species, all tend to form small cushions on walls, whereas turf mosses tend to form a carpet-like covering on the ground, for example Barbula species, Ceratodon purpureus and Funaria hygrometrica, the last species preferring to grow on old bonfire sites. The swan's neck thread moss, Minium hornum, is still one of the most common, attractive of London's mosses to be seen this month. It forms robust clumps of vivid green leaves on the woodland floor, especially around the roots of trees. Its English name refers to the elegant shape of its spore-bearing capsules. A similar species, which is also common, is the wavy leaf thread Atricum undulatum. As its name suggests, this can be recognized by the wavy outline along the edge of its leaves. On shady banks, often not far from water, the yew-leaved fork moss Physidens taxifolis can be seen, this being recognized by its finely cut leaves, similar to a yew leaf, as its name suggests. Among any luxuriant mosses that form feather-like soft carpets, you may well also find the tamarisk-leaf feather moss Hypnum taracinum. In drier conifer woods or in beech woods, another very noticeable moss this month is the white fork moss Leucobrium glaucum. This forms large grey-green cushions that can hold water like a sponge. This character is unfortunately leading to its decline in London as people collect it for floral arrangements. The mosses mentioned here are just a small selection from a very large London list. They are either very common or just tend to stand out this month when encountered for one reason or another. The English names, as ever, can give a slight clue to help in a field identification. Liverworts, except for one or two, tend to stand out far less than mosses and therefore tend to go unnoticed. There are two types, thalloid and leafy. The thalloid type look a little like miniature green mats of seaweed. These are usually found covering the banks of streams near the watery woodland. The leafy liverworts can be more easily confused with mosses, but tend to have paler, thinner leaves. Thalloid species, such as the wide-nerved liverwort, Pellia epiphylla, are more likely to be noticed. These may well be now producing their fruiting bodies. They are unusual-looking, clear, glass-like threads with black shiny capsules on top, which may have already burst, revealing the spore within. Yet another equally common and unusual thallous liverwort is the crescent-cup liverwort, Lunularia cruciata, so named because of the tiny crescent moon-shaped cups on its flat green surface. These contain the reproductive gemmi, which look for all the world like tiny green eggs set in a tiny nest. These eggs get splashed out by rain and then go on to form new plants.